Well, based on what I see on the internet, many of you have had the same problem I have, where you've come in one day or you've been sitting at your desk and the screen on your iMac, the monitor on your iMac, hinge has given it up, broken, and the screen now just drops to its lowest point, and that lowest point is probably for most people not a convenient angle to be looking at the screen. There are lots of solutions proposed online. You can take it to Apple and have it repaired. You can buy a new hinge, and if you're so inclined, insert it yourself. There are some ways to fix the hinge that I appreciate someone went to a lot of trouble both to figure out and to videotape for YouTube. And the obvious simple solutions, the tissue box or the tape dispenser, or I can imagine there are lots of other expedient solutions that will fix it. What I've got here today is a 10-minute permanent fix that is will never fail again, and costs less than $10, and the average person with handyman tools should be able to do this quite easily in their own home after one trip to the DIY store. All the parts you need to do this project are in the screen in front of you. First is a handheld electric drill. Any cordless or corded power drill will make your life easy, and at any size, it's not going to be a critical issue. You got one at home, I'm sure. You will need a piece of threaded rod. These are available at Home Depot, Lowe's, all the DIY stores. At Lowe's, they happen to come in 1-foot lengths, which is plenty, and various sizes of threaded rod. I chose 832. It's just not important. You can make it a little smaller or bigger, and it's going to work just fine, whatever you do. Comes in a 1-foot length, and what I did was when I found out what was the right length, then I cut it, and then we'll put it back in. You see in a little bit. You also need a drill and a tap that are a match set. Basically, the tap is designed to put threads into a pre-drilled hole that is somewhat smaller than what would be desirable, so that after you tap it, the hole is threaded to match the threaded rod. I already had these. You will need to get one of these handles. The handle for turning a tap is a specific tool, and specific to that, you can get it as part of a set or as a separate piece. I didn't buy it, so that's not included in the, I already had this, so it's not included in the $10 for parts. I did buy a new tap and drill set just to show you that companies like Irwin, and I'm sure there are others, sell them as a pairs, a match set. So you can buy the taps separately, or you can buy the taps as part of a set that has a variety available. You can have your own drills and just match them up. The information is online in a lot of places. But this is particularly convenient if you never bought it. Buy the handle and a tap and drill set. I think this was $5.50 or something like that. Last part that is optional, but I bought it so I wouldn't have metal on metal, the metal of the thread against the back of the monitor, is these caps that are also designed for a specific bolt size. So these are caps for an 832 bolt, and I just bought a set of those. I think it was less than $1. This is what should be a familiar view of the back of your iMac. And what we're going to do is the following steps. Mark the back of the stand for where we're going to drill. Drill the hole, and then tap that out. Insert the threaded rod and put the cap on it, and we're done. The exact position of the hole is not particularly important. I chose the place you can see this mark here is where the hole already is. This has already been done. I'm recreating it, obviously. I wanted the threaded rod to not contact this region here, which is actually a grill where the fan inside uses that to remove heat. So I wanted the threaded rod to be up against the more solid piece. This is actually a cover also, but it's solid metal. The stand itself is solid aluminum, and there is a trick to tapping aluminum, and I'm going to show you what that is. So the first step is to mark it. Mine is up about 1.5 inches and centered on there. The drill, using the appropriate drill bit from the kit or the information you found online. Put the tap in the tool, and tapping aluminum is a little bit it's a little tricky, and I'll tell you exactly how to do it. You do not put the tap in and just turn it all the way in and cut the threads. It will not work. The tap will get aluminum particles caught in it. It'll get stuck in there, and you'll have a hard time extracting it. The trick is to get the tap started and turn it maybe 1/4 or 1/3 of a turn, and then back off a little bit and wiggle it until it's nice and loose, and then do it again. What this does is it means that the bit of aluminum that you cut is small enough that it gets caught in the little grooves that are along the edges of the length of the tap. So I'll just do this, get it started, and when you feel it give you pressure, stop, back off 1/4 of a turn, go another 1/3 of a turn. Be patient, just keep doing that. It never hurts to back it all the way out and tap off or wipe off any of the excess bits of cut aluminum. If you do this, at some point the tap is tapered, so it continues to tap the whole length, but at some point you'll get all the way through, and it should be nice and loose in there, and we're good. We're done. It's good to go. There'll be a little bit of aluminum dust particles laying around here. You'll have to clean that up afterwards. So take the tap back out, get a threaded rod, put it in there, and it should go nice and loosely through there. When I get far enough in, I will add the red plastic cap, and it helps to take the weight off of this and hold that out like that till you turn that down to a desired position. For me, the right position is about there, where I've intentionally left about 1.5 inches there. That should give me all the range I need. If I decide I need to tilt it a little more, I can do that. I probably could have got by with less, but I'll leave it like that. And it is, if I need to adjust it, I can. You know, the truth is, it's nice to have this adjustable hinge on here, but most people don't get it set in one position and sort of leave it, and that's sort of the position we're in. Take another one of those screws on there just to keep the rough edge from showing. That's it. We've got a solution. And one final close-up look at what the fix looks like from the side.